So I was raised by a bookstore manager father.
Oh.
If you can imagine like how a bookstore manager would be, even keel. And so I had this mom who was an immigrant from Scotland, a butt kicker, had to
Love
raise
it.
5 children on a bookstore manager's pay, right? And so she did all sorts of side hustles. And so she's my original, inspiration because she was like tough, great salesperson. We were the sales arm and marketing arm.
She put you right to work.
She did preschools, and I sold everything door to door. So I learned early on, you have to go scrap.
I love
Right?
that, which I bet you also learned when you're talking to people nonstop. One of your biggest businesses is networking, right?
Yes.
And you
what I
coach
do.
that, you train it, you do all those things. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah. So I realized, so my first business was 2009. 2009 was a bad year for a business, period.
Sure.
I wish I
Oh,
would
yeah,
have
I
like.
remember.
Yes, bad. The water cooler talk was all the foreclosures, everything else was really bad.
Mm-hmm.
So I decide, and I'm naive at the time, I'm like, I'm going to go launch a business. And I'm excited about it.
I was right there with you, Shawn.
Did you?
I was
And
like, this is the best
Yeah.
platform right now to launch a business.
Yes.
Because everyone else is in the dumps,
That's
sad about what's
what I'm
happening.
thinking. I'm thinking I have all this optimism and
Love that.
energy and confidence. I'm going to go make an impact on the world.
Okay, so what'd you do?
So 2009, I'm going to a sandwich shop with a couple other people. We have a laptop out and we build a plan. And the plan was to do live events, big, glamorous kind of things, sell tickets and make a ton of money. And according to the spreadsheet, I'd become a millionaire.
Nice.
So
Okay.
I was pretty stoked.
Yeah, for sure.
So I go and I realize at this point, I come from a bookstore manager father, right? So I'm not going to go to my dad and say, hey, cut me a check for $1 million.
Right.
So I realize I have to go raise funds. So
Okay.
for the first time in my life, I actually go and pitch investors pre-revenue on raising about, I was trying to get 1.5.
Okay.
So I met with about
Back in 2009.
Yeah. It was tough because people were not optimistic
For
about
sure.
the economy. It was
Yeah.
like really a ton of people skeptical. So my pitch was like all excitement, energy, showing my plan, everything else. I'm ready to go. And I convinced 23 of them. I pitched about 70 people, and 23 of them gave me 1.5 million.
Wow. So you did it in some of the worst conditions of a market ever.
Yeah. So if you're going back to the time machine to that Shawn Finnegan that day,
Yeah.
I remember I went on LinkedIn and I put I was a CEO.
Yeah.
And I showed you my operating account had
Yeah.
1.5 in it. And I had this group of people that had faith and confidence in me in the office. So I felt like I'm ready to just go conquer the world at that moment.
I love that. And so when you have people that believe in you, do you feel a massive responsibility to show up every day, do the
Yeah.
best you can to grow that company?
Yeah, I mean, the people have faith and confidence. They're trusting in you, and they have faith and confidence in you that you're going to be successful.
Yeah.
Right? Because you have this incredible plan. You have all this confidence and excitement. They're like, jump on board.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.